How did you gain 100 million subscribers on YouTube, becoming even bigger than Airrack?
We piss off a lot of creators. He may even take it to court.
When the biggest creators on YouTube are suing each other, you can't just ignore the reason why.
It's extremely hard at this point on YouTube to completely reinvent the wheel.
But where's the line between finding inspiration and this?
We originally would copy like other people's video ideas or their thumbnails.
But do you want to know what's even more unfair? These copycats are getting even more views than the original.
This one got taken down by Airrack.
Which brings us to an important question. Why is YouTube rewarding this theft? And to answer that, we have to start with the Stokes Twins and why they stole in the first place. Because what I found reveals something criminal about the YouTube algorithm itself. What if I told you the Stokes Twins didn't even think they were doing anything wrong? And it's because they figured out something about the YouTube algorithm that only successful creators know.
Given that the content inside is completely different, when they see that, they just assume you copy everything, right?
I did want to talk about the video of it, because beyond the thumbnails, like in that Airrack video.
It's a myth that you can use bed sheets as a rope to escape your bedroom. Guys, please don't do this at home. This is a terrible idea. Oh, it's working.
You can climb out a window using only bed sheets.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's working. It is impossible to ride a bike underwater.
Oh my god, dude, he's doing it.
It is impossible to ride a bike underwater.
They were strategically stealing hundreds of millions of views because they knew that YouTube doesn't actually reward original ideas. It doesn't reward creativity, it rewards proven ideas that have strong correlation to viewers' interests. But this still doesn't explain why the Stokes Twins still had 3 times more views than Airrack's videos. The Stokes Twins copied the prank, the thumbnail, even the title. And here's where the answer might surprise you. They not only won by stealing it, they won by fixing it. And it all starts with the structure, which is where I found the first of 2 mistakes in Airrack's video. Each video is broken down into multiple pranks that are divided by segments. Airrack put the walking on water prank as segment 2 of 4, right there in the middle of his video. The Stokes Twins put their segment all the way at the end, in segment 8. The entire video builds towards it, which leads to higher retention. And this second mistake is one that I honestly wish wasn't true of the algorithm. Because honestly, this is where I think the algorithm should have prioritized Airrack's video over the Stokes Twins. Because honestly, I thought his video was way more interesting and creative. But unfortunately, the YouTube algorithm doesn't care about what I think. In the beginning of Airrack's video, he references David Blaine, and he did this before even getting into the first prank. The Stokes Twins won here because they got into the first prank way quicker, and they didn't exclude an audience that may not know who David Blaine is. These 2 things contributed heavily to ultimately having a higher retention for the Stokes Twins, because they knew that you need to get to the meat of your video as quickly as possible and hold the payoff until the very end. But here's where my brain started to break, because I thought the verdict was unanimous. The story was over and that Airrack was the victim of these twin perpetrators. But I found a smoking gun, and it changed everything. Airrack, who accused the Stokes Twins for stealing, did something unexpected in the middle of his own video.
I was scrolling on YouTube a couple weeks ago and I found some of my favorite old videos. I decided to recreate these videos over a decade later and see if they still hold up, and I'm gonna take them up like 10 notches.
The creator who's suing another creator is a thief as well. He goes and sues the people who copied him. And before you start thinking that Airrack is a hypocrite, this is when I actually realized there's something deeply disturbing happening on YouTube. Because if all of the biggest creators on the platform are stealing, maybe these creators aren't villains at all. Maybe they were framed. Because if the only way to succeed on YouTube is to become a thief, a villain, a cheater, then maybe the real villain of the story is the YouTube algorithm.